Hi everybody and welcome to Inspire My Golf. I'm Tom Denby. Now today I want to talk to you about hybrid irons, but in particular also the new Cleveland Launcher HB iron. Now I'm a huge fan of hybrids, always have been since my teaching days, and there's loads of reasons for this, but more importantly from a high handicap golfer it just makes this game so much easier. So back in the day, Adams brought out a set of hybrid irons that I actually got my mum and my dad a set, and they were just fantastic. I used to preach about hybrids 10 years ago. All of a sudden they kind of fell off the earth because Adams disappeared, but now Cleveland have brought them back, thankfully. So we've got a full set of hybrids. There are others on the market, but today we're just going to look at the Cleveland highball. Give you a bit of an understanding of the tech, but also give you an understanding of the numbers and what happens on TrackMan when you actually hit a hybrid. So therefore you can get some really good information about why these irons are just so good for a high handicapper. So why do hybrids work so well in a set of irons? Now basically you're creating a golf club that helps get the golf ball up into the air. We've got a huge hollow cavity golf club here that's filled in that creates almost like a driver concept, but also because it's hollow it creates like a trampoline effect. But what this allows us to do is pull the centre of gravity back into the head, but also from a coaching perspective and from a miss-hit perspective, this really helps you when you struggle to get the low point of the swing in the right place. So therefore, if you hit a lot of fat shots or you actually struggle to compress the golf ball, this will really help. So because of the big bottom on the golf club here, if you hit the ground before the ball, it'll help to slide the golf club and therefore still hit it. Whereas if you've got a blade that's very narrow, that'll just dig in and you'll always hit it heavy. So it really helps with the miss strikes of the shot and the miss strikes of the ball when you can't quite get the golf club to return back to the ball every time. And that's a lot of golfers, to be fair. So it's a huge help when you struggle with that side of it. Now obviously ideally you'd look at getting lessons and getting that improved, but the golf club and the technology can really help you get over this.
Golfers love forgiveness. See this guy? He's gonna need it to clear that lake. Nice. And her? She'll hardly believe it when this shot flies that bunker. Now that's what I'm talking about. Look, for some out here, forgiveness is the only thing that keeps you going. That's why we built these. The biggest, hollowest, most forgiving irons we've ever made. This is Launcher HB Turbo. Irons as forgiving as forgiveness gets. See that shape? Yeah, it's big. That's the point, because a hollow iron that large is the easiest iron you've ever hit. Good shots, bad shots. They launch high, and they fly straight. Whew, look at that ball go. Oh, and if you're looking for speed, we've got that. We've got a lot of that. This is a turbocharged face. It's super thin for more speed and a lot more distance. These are the more powerful, more forgiving Launcher HB Turbo irons. Because out on these links, some extra forgiveness goes a really long way. Cleveland Golf. Step up and launch it.
Now the first thing you notice when you put this golf club behind the ball is the big back of it coming, or the big bottom of it coming out of the back of the golf club. So that might be off-putting for some people. For me, I think that really promotes that, right, I've got a golf club here that's going to help me. So I think it's a huge advantage to your high handicap golfers or people who struggle with that strike. Really has that modern clicky sound, but you're going to expect that because of the hollow construct. Really comes off it nicely, to be fair. They are just so easy to hit. You just can't really comprehend how simple these make the game, really, and therefore make it more enjoyable. One of my arguments about technology has always been that it helps the average golfer enjoy the game more. So why is it a bad thing? The whole concept around technology being bad in the game, I think it's a great thing, and I really like the fact that club golfers use the same product as golf pros and tour players, because we like to have that relationship and we relate to them. We know they're using the same products as we are. So technology is a great thing, and these are so easy to hit. So the fairest thing to do for the hybrids was just to put a comparison against another Cleveland cavity back iron, really. So it's their new launcher UXT. It gives us a good perspective in terms of the differences between just a general cavity back and a hybrid iron, that's for sure. And it's probably the fairest thing to do. I'm not going to do a review on these. This is purely about hybrids and purely about the launcher HB, but it just means it's fair. It's the same shaft and all that kind of stuff. We can just get to see the same numbers. So it's a cavity back, so it still comes off it quite nicely, and it's still got an easy, it's still an easy golf club to hit, that's for sure. But it's definitely a different feeling to the hybrid, and it doesn't look as forgiving as what the hybrid would. So really interesting when we see the data, the comparison of the two. So yes, the normal cavity actually launched a bit higher than the launcher itself in the initial launch, but what you find is the height was more on the hybrid, but also the spin was more, which is really interesting. So generally for somebody who's looking at a hybrid, if you've got a low club head speed, you're not going to generate the spin to get the golf ball up in the air and keep it in the air, because you do need spin, but also therefore it really helps to optimize the flight and the height of it. So really good numbers, and basically telling you that this is doing exactly what it's designed to do, which is to get the golf ball higher, create the spin, but also make it easier to hit. So a really good golf club for exactly what somebody who needs hybrids would need. So forgiving, generates more spin, generates more height, really light, the shaft is next to nothing. Obviously the biggest key factor is to make sure that you get custom fit, but it's a huge help to see that head on the end of it. Now, as I tell you in all the videos, one of the biggest things that you must do is make sure that you come to a facility like this. Express Golf's facility is the best around, with TrackMan and all the equipment you could possibly imagine. Get custom fitted, talk to the fitter about what your needs are. That's the key thing. That's why they're the experts. They really help you to understand basically the difference between your clubs and where you are now, and also how a new fitted set of golf clubs from shaft to head, etc., can really help and benefit your game. So I'm Tom Denby. If you're new to my channel, thanks for watching, but also hit that subscribe button. Also hit the bell button as well, so you get the notifications of all my new videos, and we look forward to seeing you soon.